Huzzah! And welcome to Beefy Time. I'm Beefy by name and nature, and welcome to This Week in Comics. First up is Deadpool. Now this is quite an interesting one. This is the aftermath of Secret Empire. Now, the Secret Empire aftermath is interesting throughout, not massively, but relatively. It's always nice to see the effects an event has on everything else. However, Deadpool, I'd say, is arguably the most affected from all of this. If you didn't read his tie-ins, then basically he's killed two of his closest friends at the order of Captain America, Captain Hydra, or whatever you want to call him. Doing so before Captain America ever revealed that he was working with Hydra. So it was kind of like a no questions asked deal. Like, Deadpool has always been that sort of person to Captain America. When something needs to be done and not be questioned, he gets Deadpool to do it. It's a bit scheming, to be honest, but you know, who better than a mercenary? But even before this went on, it was still an incredibly interesting story. Like, Jerry Duggan has done so many good things with this series. Like, genuinely, you should definitely be picking this up. Kill or Be Killed is an Eisner-nominated comic, and it definitely deserves the praise that it's getting. It follows the story of Dylan, who is being stalked by a demon, and said demon requires death, basically. It requires Dylan to murder someone, and as soon as he does, he is sated for a short amount of time. And it's interesting the way that he kind of justifies the killings, Dylan that is, not the demon. So the very first victim is a paedophile, a known paedophile from his childhood. So he kills him, and then as he goes on, it ends up being like politicians and so on. It's a bit kind of like it's a moral quandary. But what kind of makes this series interesting is the fact that Dylan is on medication, and it was revealed recently that he'd been on the wrong medication for quite a while, and it sort of kind of ties in back to when the demons started to appear. So it makes you wonder whether it was actually his meds, him being off his meds, that was actually causing the problem, or if it is still a demon. And he's questioning it, and he has every right to do so. It may just be in his head, and if it is, then he's killed all these people. This is just such a fun little story. I say fun, it's murder, but it's it's the sort of thing that I had no intention of reading, and I just picked it up on a whim, and I've loved it ever since. So since DC's rebirth, there's been this weird, mysterious character called Mr. Oz, and the identity of Mr. Oz has been unknown ever since, and apparently we get to find out who he is this issue. I'm still unsure myself. My best guess would be a random Kryptonian from the Phantom Zone, or I think maybe a better guess would be, well, not necessarily better, but it could be the real Lex Luthor, because if you're not up to date with DC, Lex Luthor is now kind of like a good guy. He's teetering on the edge of good. He's dressed up as Superman, and he's saving lives because he has the mother box powering his suit now. It's all very odd, and it's one of those things that isn't going to last forever. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is the thing that gets Lex Luthor back to his Superman hating state. What leaves me confident that this is going to be a good issue is the fact that this series has just been solid throughout. Ever since the rebirth, again, Action Comics has just been so good. Like, the last arc was basically all of the Superman heavy hitters like Zod and Metallo and the Eradicator and Cyborg Superman. They all came together, and they basically made a constructed effort to finish Superman once and for all. And there's just been loads of different stories like that. It's just been, like I said, it's been consistently good, and there's no reason for this not to be. It's the final reveal of something that's been building up for quite a while. And that's it. Let me know what you think in the comments, and let me know what you'll be picking up. If you like this video, give us a cheeky like, or a dislike if you didn't, and subscribe if you want to see more. But until next time, stay handsome.